have a 97 Astro van. This is one of our sales vans. And what we're going to be doing in this is replacing the radiator and the thermostat and some of the hoses. As you can see, our thermostat, let me get a better picture here, is stuck open. This seems to happen quite a bit on these Astro vans. It should be completely closed. You can see it's wide open there. So we're going to go through and replace that. A good way of knowing that it's just stuck open or stuck closed is that it doesn't heat up very well. So we're going to go through, we'll remove the air box, all the fittings, the hoses, the upper radiator hose, lower radiator hose, which is down there, all your connections for your intercooler, your transmission. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Here's our new radiator. We've got some new fittings that we're going to have to put in here, and the new radiator comes with those. So we're going to kind of go through and step by step on how this works. So stay tuned. Now, taking off the air box, there's a bolt down here. You can kind of see that. There's another bolt down here. These are for the shroud. Another one there. You kind of see it's kind of hidden behind that hose. And another one right there. And there's one here right underneath. Another one there and another one there. So looks like there's 6 bolts. And then this thing right here just will pull right out. Like I say, if you unhook this, it'll throw a code. Check engine light will throw on. So you know, you can unhook it, but I wouldn't. And then just pull this up and out of the way. And now you can see what's next. A little bit of work. We gotta take the fan off. That's our next step. Now that we got the lower shroud out and the upper shroud, what we're gonna do now is just release the antifreeze out of the radiator. So reach down here to your petcock and just open it up. Make sure you have a bucket underneath and just let it drain out. Now that we got that pretty much drained out, we want to take this clamp back. I've already done that just with some pliers, and then pull out your radiator, your lower radiator hose, and let it kind of drain in the bucket too. And then the next step is we got these 2 lines to disconnect. So we'll go ahead and get started on that. And then also this one up here. We're going to take off the transmission cooling line. Kind of upside down picture, but you just slide this dust cover back. And this is the actual piece that comes with the new radiator. You want to make sure you put those teeth facing forward. So you just push that down and slide that in, and then just turn it about 60 degrees, and then it should just pop right out. And the bottom one's exactly the same, and I believe the ones on the driver's side are a little bit different, so we'll address those in a minute. Connections are done. Radiator hose and the transmission cooling lines are done. And this right here, you just want to pull this off. That's for the top of the overflow for the radiator. And then our next thing is over here. These are, now not every car has them, but this one does. These actually come right from the power steering pump, go right up into the radiator, and they basically cool the power steering fluid. So this, you know, some cars have them, but this one particularly does. So anyway, what you got right here, we already disconnected the top one, and it has just a little clip that we've taken off with just a little pick tool. And get in there and just, you know, pick it loose, pull it loose, and then take your basically just a crescent wrench, what I've used, and just loosen it up and just back it off. This one's already completely out, so you can kind of get an idea what it looks like. We still got to do this one right down here. So like I say, just start with your pick, take the C-clip out, and then just hit it with your wrench and break them loose. And then we'll take off the upper radiator hose with the clamp, slide it back, and the radiator should slide right out. Alright, in this clip we're just going to take our hose off. Just take your channel locks. I've got a couple different ones I like to use, but the channel locks seem to work the best. Just clamp that, break that loose, slide it back. These ones can be kind of stubborn. I like to replace them with just regular hose clamps, but these, as you can see, they kind of suck. So just slide that back, just enough like that. I've got another little special tool. It's actually designed for this. And you just put it right in the hose, just kind of slide it around, and then it should just pull right back. Two bolts on the new radiator, so it's always kind of a really good idea to check out your new equipment. And GM come up with this brainy idea of putting screws back behind the front grille. There's 4 of them. I've already got 3 of them out. There's 1 left. So as you can see, those have to come out before you can do it. What I recommend is using a 1/4 inch, because that way it can fit in there without much restriction. So hopefully you guys can kind of see. Just, you know, and I like to use a magnet too. It's always a good idea to use a magnet as you're trying to pull the bolts out so that you don't lose them. Anyway, just so you can kind of see. Let's kind of maneuver your wires around, but it should come right